Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Abigail, and I make videos about special needs and health issues and feeding tubes, and some about the heart rate issues I've been having, but we don't have a lot of information right now on all that. So, we kind of have a lot going on right now. If you saw yesterday's video, you would know that we recently had a loss in the family. And so I'm kind of like filming as I can and then posting when I can. So some of these videos may come out like daily, and then some of them I miss a couple of days. But I thought that I would film one so that if I missed a day or so, I would still have one like a backup video. So anyways, it's Sunday, and just like I didn't want to happen, I had another medical episode at church today. So basically, I have this wristband. It says my diagnosis is on it. The other side says my parents' phone numbers in case of an emergency. And today, I had already planned to be in the adult class because I'm normally in the youth class, but I told my teachers that until my heart rate issue gets more under control and we find out what all is going on, I would rather stay in the adult class because it's just easier for me to find a place to put my feet up or lay down, whatever I need to do in the adult class than if I were to have to walk like all the way around and find somewhere to lay down from if I was in the youth class. So they said that was fine, and so today I was in the youth class, and our aunt actually came down today, went with us to church, so that was good. I was okay-ish until when it was time to stand up for the word in church. Basically, you know, when you stand up and they read a verse. As soon as I stood up, I knew something was off, like something was wrong. And I didn't know what to do because, like, one thought is, like, immediately sit down in case you pass out. But another thing, I was, like, scared to move because I'm like, what if I get up and I faint in the aisle? And then that's definitely going to cause a scene. And so, thankfully, we had, like, 2 rolls saved. So my parents were sitting, I think, at least when we went back in the church, my parents were sitting on the row behind me. So I look back and I like wave at my mom and I'm like, hey, I think I might have a medical emergency. I need to go lay down. And so me and my mom leave. We go around to the back to our evangelist quarters, which is where if we have a visiting preacher, they stay back there, but we don't have a visiting preacher right now, so it's fine. And I went and I put my feet up, and I was back there for a little bit, and whenever my medical episode ended, whenever I finally felt like I was out of that phase of feeling like I was gonna faint, I literally walked back into the sanctuary. I am not kidding when I tell you, immediately when I sat down, they said, let's stand. They were doing, like, it was about to be altar call, which is like where they're about to end the service and then everybody goes to the front to pray. Like, I am not even kidding when I say that I was like sitting down whenever they said that, and I was like, I just missed the whole sermon because of the medical episode. And so that was, I guess, a little bit of backfire, because I didn't get to hear any of the message. Thankfully, I've already told our church people that whenever my heart rate goes too low or too high, I have to put my feet up or lay down. So I'm pretty sure that our church people probably knew why I had left for a period of time. But like, we also had family down, so it was like some of the worst timing. I was like, really? But I did get to show some people in our church today my medical wristband. They got to read it, and so that was good. But I can't believe I had a medical episode right in the middle of church, and it lasted like the whole service. But like in the middle of my medical episodes, when I call it a medical episode, it's like an episode where I feel like I'm going to faint, and I have to either lay down or put my feet up to feel better. And I normally do that in the nursery, but we had a baby at church today, so I didn't want to take over the nursery so that the baby didn't have anywhere to go. And it was just like, oh my goodness. And then we had prayer meeting tonight, which is like where the church people are the people that want to go to the church at nighttime and they just gather and pray. Well, it was our night to open the church, so we all went, all of our family went, and I tried to sit like the entire time because I was so nervous about getting up and having a moment. And I think what had maybe triggered one of the moments that I had was we had a moment where like a bunch of people were praying, and this was before service was over. This was like in the middle of church, and I had gotten up to pray with someone that was praying at the front, and I had bent down beside this person to pray with them, and whenever I stood up, because this person was done praying and I was going to go back to my seat, I think that my blood pressure either went too high or too low and caused me to feel like I was going to faint. I went back to my seat, sat down, and a few minutes later I like really felt it. So I'm not sure if it was just like a random moment or the fact of getting up and down might have spiked my heart rate. I don't know, but it was like the worst timing to have a medical episode because literally I was like trying to pray at the front with someone, and then shortly after that I felt like I was gonna faint, and it was just like crazy. And I know this probably sounds weird, but like I actually kind of felt bad for like missing the sermon because like I mean, like I was already at church, like I really wanted to hear what was like being preached, but my medical episode lasted like the whole time the preaching was going on, so I had to miss like the whole service. It was a mess, like so that was kind of crazy. Thankfully I did not have an episode at prayer meeting tonight because that would have been bad. But I sat like the entire time besides when I got there, and then obviously I got up when we left. But like the entire time we were at prayer meeting, I just like sat the whole time because I was like so scared of like something else happening. But the good thing is because I do have my wristband, if I were to ever have a medical emergency, our church people can read my wristband, find out what diagnoses I have, and my parents' phone numbers are on the back of my bracelet. And our parents do go to the same church we do, so it's not like a huge deal, but it was definitely scary. So yeah, I had to miss church because of a medical episode. I mean, technically I was there, but I wasn't really in the sanctuary because I had to go put my feet up. So yeah, that's the story of what happened today. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye everyone.